joining me. This is Michael Vass. I'm here with the Liberty First Foundation as well as MV Consulting. We're having a great time. We are at, yes, Steward Air Force Base for the New York Air Show. We're having a great time. We have the Thunderbirds up above us right now. You can hear it coming on by. Those are the Thunderbirds from the Air Force. They're flying overhead. We have an exclusive with the press. We're going to be interviewing them and speaking with them. It's going to be a very exciting time. We're having a wonderful moment, and we're going to be talking to you about it very shortly.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming at you right now with the Air Force Thunderbirds doing a flyby at Steward Air Force Base in New York State.
Hello everyone, this is Michael Vass, and I am here with the County Executive for Orange County, Stephen Neuhaus. Did I pronounce that?
Neuhaus, but close enough. Yeah, no problem.
I apologize. See, that's what happens when you're running around with Thunderbirds, photographing them all day. They're a little tired, a little dehydrated.
Nah, it's all good.
And we want to take an opportunity just to speak with you about the event that's going to be starting tomorrow here in Orange County. Can you tell us a little about it?
So this is our 4th year we've had the air show here. This is the 2nd time we had the Thunderbirds back. This is an Air Guard base, so this is a good home field advantage for them. You're going to have thousands of people. We had crowds of 15,000 a day last year, so we expect to be that similar number this weekend. We also have the Air Force A-10 Thunderbolt coming. We have Army Apaches and Chinooks. West Point is just a few miles south of here. So it's going to be an all-inclusive but very diverse show.
I know you mentioned the A-10 Thunderbolt. That's a new addition.
It's a new addition, yeah.
That's a tank buster.
That's a tank. That is the Special Forces, Marine Corps, Army love the A-10. It is their biggest angel in the sky, dropping ordnance real close on enemies, and to have them here is really awesome, and it's brand new. So we're excited to have them coming in tomorrow.
I know a lot of people may have been asking for that, like myself.
Yeah.
And my brother Marines, we love
absolutely
anything from the Marine Corps. But are there any other planes that are either coming this year or coming soon that people can look forward to seeing?
Absolutely. We have a T-38 that came in. It's piloted by a guy that grew up around here. It's what the astronauts use to train before they could be a mission commander. So we have that coming in. We have a number of other assets that are coming in, other fighter jets from around the country. I'm a Navy guy. Not one air show that we've ever had has never had an F-18 in it. So this is the 4th year we have F-18s. We have 4 of them coming this year. It's one of the advantages you have of being a county executive and being a naval officer.
Wow. Well, a little inter-military competition.
Yeah.
Coming already. But rather than that, I want to ask, a lot of people have been talking about the economy improving here in New York State and in New York County as
Absolutely.
well. Do you think that's going to help people be able to come out?
Absolutely. We've had 7 brand new hotels open up here just in the last 3 years. They're full this weekend. People are staying from all over the region. They're staying in Dutchess County, so it's having a regional impact. The restaurants, all the different things that people that are going to come and enjoy the show are also going to stop by. So we expect that this brings in millions of dollars a year. Some people try to save $5 million, but if you add in hotel, motel tax, sales tax, the number just skyrockets from there. So we love this. We continue to support it. And how cool is it? One last note, you have the Thunderbirds behind me, Air Force, but on my other shoulder, you have Fat Albert, which is the Navy Blue Angels main event as well. So it's very rare to have both branches, both signature teams at the same place at the same time. And I will guarantee you there will be shenanigans later on here on the runway with the two.
That I'm very sure of.
Yeah.
I thank you for that.
Thank you.
Is there anything else that you'd like to throw in? Predictions about 2018, elections, anything?
I think it's going to be a great show, and we have a lot of people from this Air Guard base leaving to go serve overseas. We have people leaving tomorrow going overseas, but we have about 150 of them that have been mobilized. So this stuff hits home. This is a military-friendly county and community. Like I said, West Point is part of our community as well. Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, whatever. We're all one team, and you'll see that here on this weekend at the air show. Yeah, awesome.
Thank you very much. Hello everyone, thank you for joining us. This is Michael Vass, and I am here with the Liberty First Foundation. We are at Steward Air Force Base for the New York Air Show. We're going to be speaking with some of the Thunderbirds, and this is an exclusive. I hope you're going to enjoy this. You're going to hear a little bit from my associate Frank Johnson as he speaks directly and a little informally about what's going to be happening here today, but also I'm going to have an opportunity to have a conversation with Major Collins, and it should be rather exciting. Major Collins, I thank you for your service, and I thank you for allowing us to be here with you today.
Thanks for allowing me to speak to you guys.
Absolutely. Major Collins, real quick question. Where are you from?
Man, that's not a quick question at all. So my dad served in the Air Force, so I kind of grew up all over the place. So the hometown I claim is Winter Robins, Georgia. Lived there twice and I graduated high school there, but the truth is I was born in Virginia, moved all over the world. I'm 34 years old. I think I moved 14 times in 34 years. So,
14?
Yeah, I consider myself from all over. Home is where the Air Force sends you. So short answer is Georgia, kind of southeast. Long answer is what I just explained.
I was noticing you didn't have the normal southern drawl that a lot of people look for. Okay, well that's interesting. You ever been to Russia?
I have been to Russia, yeah, St. Petersburg.
Did you learn Russian there?
Just Нет.
Нет? Я знаю немного по-русски.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I spent some time over there myself.
all right.
Yeah, if you ever get over to the Moscow, the embassy, the Marines there, they'll take care of you. It's a great place.
Awesome.
Just an inside little baseball thing. And I'm a former Marine myself, so yeah, a little inside baseball. But anyway, talking about the show here, this is your plane, and she's a beautiful plane.
Thank you.
You were mentioning, I think, to my associate, they took away your guns, though.
They did, yeah. So this airplane is the exact same F-16 Block 52 that you'd see deployed in frontline units around the world. The only difference, other than the beautiful red, white, and blue paint job that you see here, is they took the gun out. And they took the gun out so they can install a smoke system, which we use for the air shows, so people can see us, and it adds to the show. So otherwise, this would have a six-barrel, 20mm gun inside. There's 510 rounds, shoots out 100 rounds a second. So it's a pretty awesome gun. Not as good as the A-10's 30mm, but 20mm with a high explosive incendiary tip will still do some damage.
I don't think most of the targets you're hitting with a 20mm versus a 30 is going to know the difference.
Yeah, it's basically a tank. A tank or some kind of up-armored vehicle would be your big ones, but normal truck, something that's not very armored, it's not going to stand a chance.
What kind of ordnance do you normally carry along with it? Do you have sidewinders or other ordnance?
Yeah, so on the Thunderbirds, we don't carry any ordnance. But yeah, an F-16 can carry a very amount of air-to-air missiles. So you have an A-9X Sidewinder, like you mentioned, it's a heat-seeking missile. You have the AMRAAM, the AIM-120, which is a long to medium range semi-active homing missile, so radar-guided missile. And then we carry, basically almost all the munitions that the Air Force carries, from GPS-guided bombs to laser-guided bombs to even we have laser-guided rockets now called the Advanced Precision Kill Weapon System. So it's a rocket, uses the same pods that you can see from the Vietnam era. It's just an advanced munition to go inside of them. You shoot it out, so a 2.75-inch rocket, just like any other helicopter or fixed-wing aircraft will carry, except it has laser seekers on the side, so it's extremely accurate. So it's like having a laser-guided hand grenade. The warheads are very similar in size as your standard hand grenade.
Really? Just They're similar to a hand grenade.
Yeah, 7.5-pound warhead. So the frag pattern's a little bit different, and it comes in a lot faster. So you obviously have the kinetic energy adding to the overall effect of the weapon. But yeah, it's just a 7.5-pound warhead.
So you never would think of it that way. Everyone would think of it something like I suppose the average person thinks of it as like a Moab. Even though it's obviously very different, but everyone would think of it that way.
Yeah, no, rocket's just a tiny little thing, not that big.
See, and that's what it's always nice to have a first-hand example of that. I know the refueling the vehicle that you're playing and you're doing some great work. You guys were flying around a little bit earlier. What kind of G-forces do you pull in some of the turns that you were doing?
Yeah, so the F-16 is a 9G capable airplane, and we'll fly up to 9Gs in the profile. So we target 7.5, and today I was sitting around 8.5 or so around here. And today what you saw was a site survey, so when we come into a new area, we study it extensively before we show up, and we have maps that we make with Google Earth where we fly the lines that we're going to fly, build all the obstacles, all the towers, the hills. And you can see around here, there's a lot of rolling terrain that offers some challenges in terms of the great thing is where you can pick up the airfield and different altitudes. So we come in, we brief it back in Las Vegas, we go through a Google Earth flight route, and then once we get here, we fly. And it looks like chaos, but it's actually very organized, and we do the same thing over and over just to get a sense of our lines, so we can go back and look at our tapes and see what we need to pull out for our practice and come this weekend.
You and I have a very different idea of chaos, Major. I have to tell you that. For those of us sitting on the ground, and I'm sure people who are going to be here tomorrow and the next day, they're not going to be thinking this is chaos at all. It looks rather purposeful and really beautiful and quite fast.
Yes.
Can you say what is the top ceiling?
Yeah, so the F-16 can go up to 50,000 feet. That's the service ceiling of the aircraft. We typically don't fly that high with the one engine. The mid-30s is about as high as you would ever fly it. And we like to fly down in the 20s, but you can go all the way from 100 feet off the ground to 50,000 feet in the air, no problem. Might just take you a little while to get up there.
Well, that may be true. Faster than I can ever get there. I know that I think we're wrapping up a little bit, but I just want to ask one other thing. For all those who are watching and interested, what would you say is of the maneuvers that you and the others do, what's the favorite maneuver that you'll be doing that people can look for tomorrow or the next day?
Yeah, so one of my favorite maneuvers is one of the most difficult ones to fly, even though it doesn't look like that. It's called the high alpha, and that's when I bring the F-16 as slow as it'll let me fly it. So I get down at about 115 knots, which is about the speed a Cessna would fly. It's not very fast at all. And why I like flying it so much is because a jet does not want to fly that slow. It's flying me the entire time. And then I'm on the Cat 1 limiter. So what that means is when I'm pulling back on the stick, I'm telling the flight control computers, I'm giving it a pitch command. I'm saying, hey, I want the most pitch that you'll give me. And I'm, no kidding, on the limiter. So I have full aft stick. There's no more to give. I'm basically controlling my altitude with my power at that point. So if I start to sink a little bit, I'll power up. If I start to climb a little bit, I'll power back. So people in the audience, they might hear the engine spool up and spool down, but I am just demanding as much as it'll let me demand from it, as slow as it is, and it's very difficult. I kind of have to trick the flight controls to even let me get it down that slow. So I do some things with the speed brakes as I'm slowing down, and I'll ride down with my smoke on. So that's pretty cool. I'm allowed to do it on the 500-foot line too, since it's a non-aerobatic maneuver, so I can get a lot closer to the crowd, a lot lower, and fly by real slow. And again, when you watch it, it just says, oh, it's just flying straight, pretty slow. But for me as a pilot, and for other pilots out there, they might appreciate like, wow, I can't really
lots of skill involved
that
there.
Slow. Yep. And you'll see if you watch the flight controls when I'm flying it. Like I said, the F-16 is flown with a flight control computer, so you're giving it inputs, but then the computer is telling the flight controls actually how to move it. The F-16 was built dynamically unstable, which is why it's so maneuverable, but it'd be impossible to fly without the aid of the computers in there. And so when I'm giving it full aft stick, no kidding, all I'm doing to the stick is holding it straight back. But when you watch me fly by and you see the flight controls, you'll see I'm moving all over the place. And that's not me up there. I'm not doing this.
No,
I'm just one input, and that's the computer keeping it airborne.
We thank you for the time. I know they're calling us away now, but Major, we do thank you for that.
Thanks, Mike.
Want to get a quick picture with you?
Of course.
Frank, come on over.
Yeah, Frank, in here.
Let's get a quick
Here, I'll stand in the middle. Are we just going to do it right there?
Well, we got it in there, and I'm going to do another quickie with selfie because I'm crazy like that. I like backup.
He's got to get himself in the shot, even if he's carrying it in his pocket.
No, it's because I like backup.
Ladies and gentlemen of the
That's
ROA.
called military.
These are our American heroes right here.
Oh, God.
This is who's representing us throughout the world, in the sky and on the ground and everywhere in between. So when you see a man in uniform or a woman in uniform, make sure you extend that hand and say thank you, because they're out there fighting for you every day.
Hey, thanks, Michael. Thanks.